guys, welcome back to the Gfinity Arena where we're playing the Play Like a Legend Season 2 presented by Xbox. We've just had Groups A and Group C come to a conclusion where you've seen Huge Gorilla, Gwigsy, Taz and Vitality Brian make the quarterfinals, and now we look to go to Group B and Group D to find out who will join them in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Who's impressed you in the tournament so far, Dave?
Well, Gwigsy did a little, as he showed great character to come back and beat someone he'd already lost to in a tournament. Obviously, Tass looked very strong in his group as well. But yeah, everyone's always looking to do well in the early stages, but it's tomorrow where it really counts. Yeah,
no, definitely. And with the next game we've got coming up now is XL Graham versus United. I know United has got a lot of fans in the chat. A lot of people are looking forward to seeing him. Who do you expect to sort of take on that game? We don't really know a lot about United, do we?
Yeah, he just says like kind of an unknown player, whereas Graham, he's my pre-tournament favourite to win it, so obviously I'm going to stick with Graham. But yeah, as you were saying, just looking at the chat, United has got so much support. There's such a big Polish contingent in that Twitch chat.
Yeah, no, it'll be really interesting to see what squad he's got together. I think both players are just sort of downloading their profiles now before they get into the game. Do you know how Graham got on in the last tournament?
I think he lost in the he lost in the quarterfinals in the last tournament. He didn't have the greatest of teams. I know since then he's gone back. He's trained a little bit more. He's got a better team, and he's come back a lot. Well, he likes to think he's going to be coming back a lot stronger. Obviously, I hope he does as well. Pre-tournament favourite, as I've already said. So I predicted a Huge Gorilla to win the last one. That came out. So let's see if I'm right again.
Yeah, good point. But like, I saw an interview with Graham before the tournament, and he almost expects now to get the top 4. And a lot of other players do rate him highly in the UK community at least.
Yeah, he's kind of followed a Huge Gorilla in a sense of both newcomers. Both of them came to the tournament at the same time, like they were new. Both of their debut lands were the same land. So yeah, he's another one of those new players who's completely taken the scene by storm.
Do you expect, like, we've also got some other big players in this group. I know Ty Walton is in it. Like, he's again a very well-known player. Do you expect big things from him?
Well, you do, but you just never know at the moment. As you said, like 2 newcomers have come and they've like shown all like the old players like Ty and Tass, I suppose. Like just like giving them a breath of fresh air. Ty, he dominated the scene for like a couple of years. But I don't know, he's not having it all his own way at the moment, and we all know Ultimate Team, it's a different kettle of fish to head to head. So obviously he's a good player, but we'll have to see what he can do. Yeah,
no, it's very true. No, I know Ty's highly ranked in like online leaderboards, so I'd like to see him do well. I'd like to see sort of him transition between the last few FIFAs and the next, because he was so dominant, and it has been a surprise that out of nowhere, Taz and Ty Walton have dominated the UK scene at least for a good number of years. And all of a sudden, like you said, out of nowhere, you've got Huge Gorilla and Graham really mixing things up, and they're really. And well, Sean Allen's been around for a while, like 8-9 years. We've all known about him, but he's kind of risen to the top at the same time as these newcomers.
I mean, like they all know of each other, as we mentioned before. Graham and Huge Gorilla, they're in the same team. XL Esports, a Smiley Dragon, Sean, those 3 they tend to like play with each other a lot. Same with Gwigsy. So like they all kind of play the same, and obviously their style of play suits this FIFA better than it has done past ones. Whereas Ty and Tass, they're more possession players, and they've been able to like use that to their advantage better on past FIFAs. Where on FIFA 15, it's not as effective as it used to be.
Yeah, no. Good point. Like, do you think there's a sort of a big advantage to playing your teammates quite a lot in these FIFAs? Sort of, have you had training partners in the past, and has that helped you a lot?
Well, like it is an advantage in a sense. Like practice makes perfect. Like that's the same for everyone. But at the same time, you kind of don't want to play the same person too many times, just in case you do come across them in a competition. So, for example, I don't think Sean and a Huge Gorilla would have wanted to like meet in this tournament because they play like quite a lot of each other. So they kind of know each other's like style. So yeah, having a practice partner is definitely beneficial. But look, as I said, at the same time, you don't want to play the same person too many times.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, in that sort of situation, it does sort of a lot of the time end up just 50-50, doesn't it? You both know each other's games so much. And yeah, it's just sort of kind of flipping a coin when you play each other.
Yeah, I think Isaac is the other player in that group. He's recently won the French Championship, which we know the French FIFA scene is such a high standard as well. So to have won something like that, that's just a sign of things to come from him, I expect.
So yeah, maybe this group is actually really strong then. I thought from the outset that group, I think Group C was the strongest with Vitality Brian, Sean Allen and Taz all mixed in the same group. But yeah, no, we don't. I personally don't know a lot about Zeke, but if he's just won the French Championship, then.
Well, yeah, as you said, the French standard of FIFA is extremely high. So to have won something like that against like the other top players, I mean, Brian was there. A few of the French players who are here today were there. So it's not exactly easy to do. And not only did he win, obviously, but he's getting the experience from that as well. So maybe he can use that to his advantage here.
The French qualifier is just as tough as any like European Championship almost. Like you think of the players in that pool, like Giuliano, Bruce Granick. As an example of how sort of strong the FIFA scene is in France, like 7 out of 16 players here are French.
Yeah.
That's just an example.
We can even have a look at the groups in a minute as well, just to like show you who's playing who and what's happened so far. We'll show you that in a sec. There you go. So Zach got a bye in his group Zach got a bye in his group. Epsilon Anthrox played iGamers Emmy. iGamers Emmy won that in putting Anthrox back into into the lower bracket. I shouldn't say back into. Emmy then went on to beat Zach. So Emmy's in the quarterfinals tomorrow. We know that. But now it's just out of Zach and Epsilon Anthrox to find out who is in who gets that next spot into the quarterfinal. And we're going to go through that in a minute, I think.
Okay, that'll be really interesting to watch. Like ZacMoore, I know is a newcomer to this scene. I don't really not really sort of too familiar with the other players as well. I know Anthrox has played a lot online. I've seen his name pop up. Emmy, don't know much about him, but he's won that group, and he'll be in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we will go into that game just before we watch United against Graham, just because they, just getting ready, sorting out their teams, downloading their gamer tags onto their Xboxes, because obviously this is Ultimate Team, it isn't head-to-head. There's a lot of behind the scenes where that has to go on. So we're just waiting for that to happen. But yeah, so we've already got, 5 quarterfinalists now. We've got a huge gorilla, we've got Giggsy, Vitality Brian, Tass, Emmy, and then we bet to get another one, whoever wins out of Anthrox and ZacMoore. And ZacMoore, just to mention on him, he's another newcomer to the tournament, one of the English players. And I suppose he's going to be under quite a lot of pressure. It is his first tournament, and now he's at the stage where if he loses, he is out, and he's against someone who is, in Epsilon. They are a big team in France, so he's obviously a very good player in himself. He just needs to not let the occasion get to him. And I think Zach is another one of those players who's got quite a good reputation amongst English players, in terms of his ability. So it's going to be interesting to see how well he can actually do here.
I was just looking at one of our screens here, and it showed me United's team, and he has team of the season Ronaldo. It looks ridiculous. So looking forward to seeing his team later on. But I haven't seen much of ZacMoore. I know he's quite a young guy, so it would be good to sort of see how well he can do in this sort of LAN arena.
Yeah.
But it's been I think it's just French and UK players through so far.
Yeah.
Although that is most of the pool.
Yeah.
If you're watching at home and are from another nation, there's loads of qualifiers happening online, and a lot of the leaderboards are sort of segregated. So, is it the winner out of the sort of Benelux region? One of their players qualifies. You've got, is it 1 or 2 players from Germany as well?
Yeah. Well, it is. It's 2 from the UK and Ireland, 2 from Germany, 2 from France, 1 from Benelux, 1 from the rest of Europe, 1 from the Iberia regions, and I think the rest are wild cards. So everyone from Europe, they have a chance of qualifying. It's not just you don't just have to get into the top 10 on like the overall leaderboards to qualify. If you are from one of those regions and you're outside the top 10, but you are in the top of your region, you will qualify. And just looking at the chat, apparently ZacMoore isn't English as well, so we're just going to start referring to him as British. Yeah. Yeah, I got told in the chat that he's not English, he's Welsh, so I'm just going to like refer to him as British.
Okay, yeah.
He's a UK player, that'll do.
Yeah, no, apologies for that.
Yeah, apologies if I've offended any Welsh people. I always say Graham's English as well when he's actually Scottish. Griggs is actually Scottish as well, so I'm just going to have to start saying British instead of English.
Yeah, we actually haven't got a lot of, it seems like a lot of our top FIFA players from Britain aren't actually English.
Yeah, I know, it's a shame, but Zach and Epsilon Anthrox, they're just about to go into the game. They're just like sorting out their teams, near enough ready. And we'll jump into that as soon as that game's ready. But yeah, after that we will be watching United against Graham. But obviously, because this game's so important at the moment, whoever loses is completely out of the tournament. We kind of have to bring that to you. If we will, at the same time, though, we will keep you up to date with United's game against Graham. So, for the big Polish contingent in that chat, don't be too disappointed just yet.
Yeah, no, that game hasn't kicked off, and I'm not sure sort of when that will kick off. But definitely ZacMoore's game is going ahead now. And actually, we're gonna show the United game after this game.
Yeah, and here we go. I'm jumping into Epsilon Anthrox against ZacMoore now. Just gonna, I think, make sure that the commentary's all day, and just so it's better for you guys watching on Twitch at home, so you can't hear like the commentators over us, or if they're too late for you. It's interesting. I don't think anyone's changed formation yet. Well, Epsilon Anthrox definitely hasn't, which is that's not a lot. We don't tend to see that a lot. Usually they'll start with a formation just to get the 100 chemistry, and as soon as they get into the game, they pause it and change it to one that suits them even more. But yeah, we've started now. We've seen Rooney in the looks like Rooney's playing like in centre mid, which is something that we see quite a lot. I don't really understand it, to be honest, because I think there's a better centre defensive mids to use than Rooney, but I suppose he's, as I said earlier, it's just one of those preference things which he prefers.
Yeah, and I remember disagreeing with you last time, because I would prefer playing Rooney in that position just because he just lacks the pace to out front.
Yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, I would much rather have someone like, that was a vital tackle. But yeah, I would much rather have someone with more pace who can actually tackle. For example, Ramirez. He would always be like one of my first choice centre mids on Ultimate Team. He's so good. He gets absolutely everywhere. He's like box to box as well.
So ZacMoore, with the sort of early block, I guess, in this game, Anthrox nearly got through early in the game.
Yeah, Zach. Is he? Oh, he's going to. Oh.
A great chance there from Anthrox. Nice through ball. And yeah, no, really unlucky not to go 1-0 up there.
Yeah, Zach's had a very, very nervous start at the minute. He needs to keep his head, because he doesn't really want to go behind too early in this game, especially as like the sandwich pressure on him. Well, Epsilon Anthrox, he started really well. In the preview show, I actually predicted that he would go out at the group stages, and just because his team was, I'm not going to say it's weak, but compared to what we've seen so far, I suppose he's relatively weak in the sense that, he's not really got any superstars in there. It's just kind of a, bog standard BPL team.
Yeah, no, he definitely looks to have control of the match so far. Just nice little drag backs, in the midfield, just keeping good possession. Curse of the commentator there.
Yeah, it seems to be happening quite a lot for her this weekend. Yeah, there we go again. Something's not right in that game. But yeah, if I was Zach right now, I'd just be trying to keep the ball, just like keep his head, because it's so easy to get fooled into playing at the pace that your opponent wants you to play at. Like a lot of games you'll see just going end to end, and those sort of games are the ones that suit. Oh my God, how has he missed that?
Yeah, no, big miss there from Epsilon Anthrox. And really, he just needed to be calm there. He didn't need to power that into the corner. He could have just, done that cutback where you go out wide with a player and just, feed it into the near post.
Yeah, exactly. I think I would have done that, but again, it's those split-second decisions that separate like the very best players from average players. I'm not saying he's average, but in that situation there, he wasn't as composed as what he should have been. Like, he's had a few chances now though, and it's only 20 minutes in, so like he's looking good to take this game.
Yeah, no, so far Anthrox played really well, just making all the right decisions in and around the box and going for like nice intricate through balls. And yeah, he could be like 2 or 3-0 up already. Anthrox again with the ball in the corner, just sort of being patient, trying to find his way into the box. Yeah,
with PLALC, just looking to just get a bit of space so we can either cut it back to the edge of the box where a player would feed in his striker, or just to wait for his strikers to make a good run in the box so we could cross it in. We've seen Patrick Van Aanholt as well. He's another silver player that we're going to see quite a lot of this weekend, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he is the sort of go-to left back for all the BPL squads. I'm surprised actually, because I can't pronounce the left back from Chelsea's.
Felipe Luis or Aspilicueta?
Yeah, that's the one. He's got a team of the season card, hasn't he? So I expected to see him a lot more in this tournament.
Yeah, to be honest, I do like Felipe Luis, and in a BPL team, I would prefer him just because he's a bit stronger than Patrick Van Aanholt, and he just adds a bit more security for aerial balls. But I mean, he's pretty quick as well. He's not as fast, but he's still got decent pace.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess just because of people's game styles, you don't tend to see that many people going for crosses. It'll be interesting to see if any players actually pick up on that weakness and go for crosses when these sort of short, really quick fullbacks are in the team. ZacMoore just trying to get a foothold on the game, just trying to keep the ball here. Hasn't really had a successful attack so far.
Both players have actually got PLALC, which is interesting. I think they've got carbon copies of each other's teams, actually. There's not too many... I think that's his first real shot of the game. And is he going... Oh, no, I thought he might have just, nicked in front of that defence. He's really... I think he's rushed that there. Bad decision-making there. But, yeah, that was a good bit of play from Zach. He's getting a bit more comfortable. But, yeah, both their teams look pretty much the exact same. I think they've both got Rooney in there in midfield. PLALC... Anua, if they both got Ramirez, I'm not sure, but both their teams are very close to each other at least.
Both players just picking a lot of the sort of popular BPL players, really.
Yeah, I mean, these teams, fair enough, they haven't got major superstars in, they haven't got Ronaldo, they haven't got any legends, Messi, Suarez, whatever, but they still are good teams to use. They've got pace where they need it, and they've got strength where they need it. Especially in Anthrox's case, he's got Diego Costa up front, he's got PLALC one wing, Sanchez the other, which is exactly what you need in a team like this.
Ooh, ZacMoore just giving away the ball easily in his last attack and nearly leading to another chance for Anthrox. It's always dangerous where a player just makes that through ball into your box and then tries that first time dummy. You never really know where it's going to end up.
Yeah, you see a lot of those leading into penalties as well, just because you think they're going to turn one way, they actually turn the other. Defender sticks a leg out, it's a penalty, and if he doesn't stick a leg out, usually they'll get a free shot on goal. Well, Zach's definitely growing into this game a lot more. He was getting pinned back for the first 25-30 minutes, but now he's getting a lot more joy in attack, and I mean his decision making isn't quite there. He could be just playing it a little bit more instead of shooting on side, but he's getting there.
Yeah, no, definitely a good effort there from Rooney. A little while ago, if you'd back anyone for long-range shots in this BPL side, it would be him. But half-time and level at half-time, no shots I think on target there for Anthrox. Yeah, he hit the post unfortunately in that first half, but he definitely has come the closest out of the two. For going ahead in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Both are making subs. Zach has brought on Gareth Bale for Cabela, and Epsilon Anthrox has brought on he's brought on Neymar as well, sorry. Zach, so he's brought on Neymar and Bale, and Epsilon Anthrox has brought on Robin. So maybe a trick up the sleeve. But Gareth Bale is definitely a useful player to have. He just offers an all-round attacking advantage. He's fast, he's got a decent shot on him, he's decent in the air. So you know, maybe we can see a lot more from him in this half.
You know, both players definitely making use of that sort of substitution rule and making their squad stronger at half-time. I thought I was offside there for Zach, but...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, great sort of...
Yeah, nice little finish.
Yeah, no, real smart pass, through ball. And then, you know...
He looked a mile off then.
Yeah, no, sort of came back inside with the drag back and finished across the keeper. It was like, in the end, it was a nice sort of easy goal for him.
Yeah, PLALC of all people. He's just subbed on Balen name. Oh yeah, it's PLALC who scores it. Yeah, Anthrox has got it all to do now. He started the game really well, but to be honest, he missed those few chances, which they're going to look like curse of the commentator maybe. Yeah, there we go. I was just about to say those chances he missed could like prove costly, but there you go, straight away another equaliser. Wayne Rooney as well. Well, he's proving me wrong. I said I wouldn't be playing him, but there you go.
Yeah, you rarely see that actually, where a player like I guess Anthrox didn't dominate, but he definitely had the better player in the first half, or the better chances at least. And then goes 1-0 down, but to equalise so quickly.
It was a nice goal as well. To be fair, he had a little fake shot, then a body feint inside, which again I've said that body feint is so effective, and the French players looks like they're using it to their best effect. I mean, Zach is, yeah, I'll be kind of disappointed if I was him. To be honest, if you do score a goal and you go ahead in a game like with pressure on you like this, to concede it again straight, like well as early as what he did, and completely throw away his lead, it's oh my God. He's doing this a smiley dragon from the last PLALC Legend tournament, not afraid to shoot from everywhere, and I'd love one of those to go in, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, it could be a goal of the tournament.
That was definitely a good effort, and you do see him every now and again go in from there.
It's Rooney as well. I said I wouldn't be playing him. To be honest, he's pulling all the strings for both players right now.
Yeah, I must admit, this is the most effective we've seen like Rooney in any game so far. It has been your Ronaldos who have been controlling games. Obviously not available for either player in this match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat now just like, I don't know, not giving both players enough credit. And the thing is, when two players at this sort of level play each other, you can't expect it to be an absolute goal fest, just because that's not how it works. When two players as good as what these two are play each other, a lot of the time it's just about those like little half chances, and they don't always look as good as what they actually are. That's the issue. So, like, if you don't think they're actually that good, you're really getting misled. If you like think you're better than these, prove it. Come to Gfinity down there, play in the tournament, and try and qualify yourself.
You know, that's exactly right. Because the thing is, these players will also be like some of the best defenders in the world as well. So you make it difficult for your opponent to play your normal game. That's the whole point. You're not playing a random guy on a leaderboard, are you? Like, you know, in seasons on FIFA, you're playing one of the top guys in Europe right now.
Yeah, exactly that. And I thought I was just going to like try and use one of those whipped in crosses to the back post then with Robin. He was in the perfect position for it, but just delayed it a little bit too much. PLALC, yeah. Oh, that's a nice little pass to Costa. Oh, he stopped it then, but if he just like carried, like stopped and like moved up a little bit instead of just carrying on in the same direction, he would have had a free shot at goal. Yeah,
it was almost like he was expecting Zach to fall for the initial, you know, dummy. Yeah. But he didn't go for it.
It was such a nice little stop as well. It's Robin. Sorry. Again, we're not seeing a lot of those near post shots that are like we're accustomed to seeing. There's been quite a few opportunities now throughout the games that we've seen today where people have been running at the near post and just not shooting. And then I don't know if people have stopped seeing a success rate there, or whether it's just that they're trying to walk the ball in. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think in that situation was fair enough. There was definitely the run at back post, which would have led to an open goal if he could have got it to him. Whereas I'd say the chance here for Zach.
Oh, that's an important block. I want to say that was kind of a lucky block as well, because he wasn't really controlling that defender.
No, well, he like controlled him initially to get there, but then did change. And yeah, Anthrox can be a little bit fortunate there that he gets the block on the header.
not been really too many clear chances in this game, to be honest, other than the 2 goals, that is.
You know, it's like turned really even now, hasn't it? Both players have had their sort of fair share of attacks. Definitely not clear-cut opportunities, but
yeah, I'd agree with that. Like they are having a lot of like possession, like in attack, but they're just not really creating anything with it. And again, for all the United fans in the chat, like you will see his game after this one, but right now that game hasn't started, so you're not missing anything. Oh, she just overplayed it. Well, sorry, just overhit it that a little bit too much there. The thing is with Bale as well, like you can play those over the top through balls, and sometimes you think he's going to get absolutely nowhere near it, and all of a sudden it just got like rockets on his boots and like gets there out of nowhere. It's like 10-foot strides. So,
I thought that was a good shot. I thought he just got in front of the defender there.
Yeah, you always look like at the players run, see if they're going to get to him. To be honest, PLALC made a really good run towards that thing. He looked like he was going to win the header, but Zach's got to stop those crosses coming in because one will go in.
So that's full time, and that ends 1-1 going into the second leg. It's an improvement by Zach in that second half. He definitely didn't start out that well, and it was, you know, he would have been happy to take the lead in that game, but just unfortunate to, you know, not take it further and hold that lead.
Yeah, well, both of them are just going to be happy that they're not going into the second game like 1-0 down or 2-0 down or whatever. Like, I think that's the first draw we've seen so far in the tournament. So, you know, both of them are playing like kind of edgy. Neither of them want to like give anything away, and it's understandable. There's so much at stake. This is both of their first play like a legend tournament. So like, the pressure's really on them because, as we keep saying, the loser of this goes out.
Yep. Yeah, no, like Anthrox there. We'll see what he sort of has to bring to the second leg. Like, they're both newcomers. There's no sort of real expectations on either player here to win, so they can both feel quite relaxed. But they both have won a game, obviously, to get to this stage.
Well, yeah, well, Zach got the bye because he was in a group of 3. So this is actually his first game of the day, which, no, not his first game of the day, sorry, second game of the day. But yeah, both of them have already played one game at least. So, you know, they've got no excuses now. Both of them will have been warmed up. So, you know, as you said, now it's just all about the mentality, who can keep the head in those situations and who can take the chances when it comes to them. I mean, in that game, I think Epsilon Anthrox possibly had the better chances, but just couldn't take them. And all of a sudden, when he went 1-0 behind, he got one chance and scored. So, I think it was just one of those games. If he gets those chances again, I can't see him like missing.
Yeah, no, good point. No, yeah, he definitely had. There was a lot of situations where he got that sort of through ball into the box, went for the dummy and just ran into nowhere, or did miss. And Zach didn't really have that many clear-cut chances. I think that game's just kicked off again now. We're going to go back into that game. So you've got ZacMoore kicking from right to left in the blue kit, and Fox in the red kit kicking left to right. Be interesting to see how both players deal with the rain now. I don't think we normally played in the rain, but maybe both players agreeing that this is fine. Normally there's kind of a mutual agreement between 2 players that...
Yeah, like no one likes to play in the rain on FIFA. It's just one of those where like it kind of feels unpredictable. A lot of the touches, passing, just little things like that, which are all like important in the matches. They just don't feel like, you know, they don't feel right, and like 90% of the games that you practice in, they're not in the rain, and like you kind of expect like touches and passes and so on to be perfection. Whereas in the rain, that's not the case whatsoever. Well, that being said, it's going to be through with PLALC, easy. Ooh. Good last-ditch challenge.
Chip through balls are definitely less effective as well, because if you do get that space and execute a chip through ball over the top, it would just run through to the goalkeeper because of the rain.
Yeah, a lot of them, both of them are really seeing. Ooh, both of them are seeing quite a lot of joy down the wings, to be honest. But with the wingers that both of them have got, just no real surprise to that. Ooh, that was nearly a bad mistake. This is going to be a really tight game now. I mean, but looking at both their body languages when we saw them, you can tell both of them are nervous, especially Zach. Epsilon Anthrox, he's in the he's offside there. In the competitive scene, he's been around, so he's got that experience. Although he will still be nervous because I think everyone's nervous at tournaments like this. Even a huge gorilla would have been nervous, and he's like the defending champion. So yeah, for me, Zach's a slight more disadvantage than Anthrox, but in a sense, because he's the underdog, that could go in his favour.
Yeah, very true. ZacMoore definitely enjoying a little bit more the possession in these early stages of the match, but no one's really cracked that a clear-cut chance as yet. It's kind of continued much like the first leg ended. Both players maybe playing a little bit nervy, I'm not really sure, but there's definitely a lot more emphasis on defending and not letting your opponent get that sort of goal up.
Yeah, I think in games this tight, usually whoever gets the first goal, they go on to win just because they don't end up giving anything else in the. Oh wow!
What a goal!
What a goal!
Wayne Rooney with a 40-yard strike, and we saw Zach go for that many times in the first leg, and wow!
Yeah, it's Anthrox who's actually scored it this time. Outside of the boot, yeah.
I thought it was Zach.
I don't know actually. Was Anthrox not using the blue kit in the last game, or have they changed? It's a bit hard to tell at the minute, but we've seen even for both of them, Rooney in that last game was hitting shots from absolutely everywhere.
Oh, sorry,
that was
Zach.
No, that was Zach. Yeah, because you won't be seeing Anthrox's game tag, obviously, because he's the home team. So Wallace, he tried it quite a few times in that first game, and finally once come off for him, but that was an absolute scream outside of the foot as well.
I think we are doing a prize in this tournament for goal of the season. I think that will take some beating for that $250, won't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, other than a Smiley Dragon who's already out, Zach's the only one who's really been trying those long ranges. So yeah, he's going to take some beating, to be honest.
No, that was a great effort by Zach, and fair play to him. For trying it, and yeah, we know Rooney has that in his locker.
There you go, that's the importance of having a player like Rooney at centre defensive mid or centre mid, wherever he's got him. I mean, people have had Suarez there in the past, and now you know why.
Yeah, no, because a lot of players do build their teams on guarding, guarding the sort of space in front of their area, so they'll play with two defensive midfielders and sit really deep so players don't get in behind. But if you do give people that space, like you have here, Rooney in that position may have been a different story. I don't think Ramirez is renowned for his long-range finishing, but players do have a lot of time 30 to 40 yards out, so if you have got a player that can do that, it's a well-worth strategy. Yeah,
but it just depends on the player that you're playing against and how they defend. Like the way that Anthrox is defending, he looks like he's covering the space where the passes are going to be going into rather than actually putting pressure on the player with the ball, which is why Zach, as you said, he's getting all that space, like 30, 40 yards out and being able to take shots. Like, not other players defend like that. For example, a huge gorilla, he puts pressure on the player with the ball, so you won't be getting that much time on the ball 30, 40 yards out. So again, it just depends against the players that you're playing against. I'd like to see him score another one, like we saw him get straight after it, try one with Ramirez, and he wasn't too far wide.
I definitely think he'll go for it again if he's had, it was almost the first time. It pretty much control and then finish with the outside of the foot, it looked like.
I know, there hasn't really been any. Oh, Balassi, he jumped 10 foot above his the player then, but there hasn't really been any chances in this game, and all of a sudden Rooney out of absolutely nowhere just puts that into the top corner, and that's how games can be won and lost on this game.
Yeah, and that could be the difference of going through to the quarterfinals and playing for the prize money yesterday. $5,000 up for grabs for the first prize, plus a featured legend, and then FIFA points as well are included in that package, and EA access points. You've got $2,250 for second prize, and both semi-finalists, so third and fourth place, will walk away with $1,250 each.
I think Zach's going to have got that goal of the tournament in the bag, to be honest. As you said, that really is going to take some beating. I can't see many people being able to beat that, especially in the, after the group stages as well. Because in the groups, you feel like you've, you can quite. In this game, you can't, but usually you can afford to lose. So that, you kind of feel less pressure. Whereas when you're in the knockouts, it really does get to you. So I can't see many people taking long shots tomorrow just because of the importance of the game.
It's a good point, but well, no, I think that is built in Zach's game. Maybe it's his strategy. I don't think he'll change on. I don't think he'll change his opinion or game plan tomorrow. But I think we might see more sort of not better goals, but you'll see goals that are well-rounded, like from passing moves. So you could get a really good goal where a good teamwork goal.
Yeah, I mean, Sean had a really huge dragon. Again, I keep calling him Sean. He had a really good passing goal against Tass, I think it was. He was 2-0 down, and I think it was 3 or 4 really quick passes and a really nice finish. So yeah, those goals are really good as well. And don't get me wrong, just scoring a long range, it doesn't automatically make you your goal better than a teamwork goal. But in my opinion, that one with Rooney was by far the best we've seen so far.
Definitely.
Oh, he's onside. Balassi, near post. See, there we go. I've been saying all throughout the tournament, I don't know why players haven't been hitting at the near post, and that's exactly why. He just one chance at the near post and it's him.
Yeah, and Anthrox just getting his defenders dragged towards the ball and not covering the run there, which was a bit surprising.
No, that's Anthrox who scored.
Oh yeah, but it's ZacMoore,
Yeah. But again, just brings me back to the point, why aren't people shooting at the near post more than what they are? Even in the first game, Epsilon Anthrox, he had a chance to shoot at the near post and didn't, decide to cross it instead.
Yeah, no, really good goal, sort of almost a basic goal for Anthrox there. He had a player clear on the left wing, just did that through ball and a nice finish at the near post. It's a shame that Rooney's goal is now ruled out.
Yeah, he deserved to be a winner. Hey, he still could potentially.
Who goes again?
Seems to love those chances with Rooney. I would like to see this decided in 90 minutes, not silver goal or golden goal, because it just sounds like silver goal and golden goal. You can play one half and feel like you've not done what you needed to, whereas in a whole game you've got no real excuse. So yeah. Those are situations where I think 90% of the time they usually result in a penalty. It's just coming back to what you said earlier, where if you fake shot in the box and you just misread where you think they're going to go, either they'll get a chance on goal or you'll take them down for a penalty. Oh, Zach's in bail. Oh, what a finish!
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't take it down and go for the simple finesse into one of the corners. Went for the half volley, and yeah, from that position where the keeper's central of goal like that, it's almost a guaranteed goal.
Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of surprising that it's taken this long for one of those chances to arise. Usually those little over the top through balls, you can see 3 or 4 of them in a game. That's the first one we've seen so far, and thankfully for Zach, it felt possibly his best finisher on the pitch. Well, his best finisher in his team, should I say.
Anthrox just kicking the ball out of play. I don't think he meant to do that. Yeah. That's a mistake from him.
It's getting to about the 70th minute now. He's going to need to change something up soon. He's 2-1 down, 3-2 overall on aggregate, and to be honest, he doesn't really have many chances, so it's not long left in the game. If I was him, I'd get ready to start changing. I think he will be around the 75th minute if he doesn't change it. He might be leaving it a little bit too late.
If I was Anthrox, I'd be tempted to keep it like it is, because the game seems so open. Because if he went to change to a more attacking formation now, it would almost prompt Zach to go to a more defensive formation also.
Not necessarily. Or this could. He's given a penalty, has he?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, I think, has gone through the legs of the player to get that ball.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Well,
no, I don't.
Not really, actually.
No,
his goalkeeper kind of gets that in his possession.
No, it's kind of a Howard Webb, Old Trafford decision, in my opinion.
I think ZacMoore fortunate to get this penalty. Can he take the advantage?
Oh, you got to think that's game over now.
Yeah.
75th minute, 3-1 up, 4-2 overall. That's so unfortunate, I've got to admit.
You know, it's unfortunate to see goals like that, and you know, when you think decisions are a little bit controversial in FIFA.
Yeah, that's definitely one. As I said, that's a Howard Webb Old Trafford decision now. You got to feel for Anthrox in a way. He's conceded a 40-yarder and they're that penalty. If you're gonna lose, you want to lose. You want to be thinking, right, there's nothing else I could have done. I got completely outplayed. But at the end of the day, he's losing to a 4-yarder and a penalty, which shouldn't have really been a penalty. So,
I agree with the penalty, but you know, the long-range shot, he has to close that down. So, I think you can do something about that goal.
Oh yeah, I suppose like letting him. Even the penalty, I suppose you can in a way. Like you can just not let him through. But
yeah, he could have scored.
But at the same time, I do feel sorry for him a little bit. I think he needs a change up front. Diego Costa on this game, he just doesn't offer enough for me. Like fair enough, he's good in the air, he's strong, but his pace is a letdown. And I don't know, I'd prefer to have someone like Sturridge there.
Yeah, I agree. Like crossing isn't that effective on this game, so playing with two quick players, we see Romy and Sturridge quite a lot in these BPL teams.
4-2-2. That's even now. I don't think that's attacking enough. He looked like he was about to go to a 3 at the back, and then 4-2-2-2. Like, what have you really got to lose? You need 2 goals, and you got less than 15 minutes of gameplay to do. Why would you not go for like the more attacking formation? Nearly cursed the commentator again. Like every time we say something, the complete opposite happens.
Nearly takes the benefit, but I guess I can see what he's done there. Maybe his on head-to-head, you can play with the 4-2-4 formation. Maybe he prefers that formation to go all-out attack with. So I think when you do play 3 at the back, you have limited options in how you attack. You can't go with like you can't have 3 at the back and have really high wingers, can you? You either go with 3 up front or 2 up front and wingers sitting a little bit deeper.
Yeah, but I don't know, the 4-2-2-2, like the 2 centre defensive mids just don't get forward enough in my opinion. So you kind of have 4 going forward, whereas if your opponent's got 2 centre defensive mids as well, it's like kind of 6 against 4. So like, I just think you need like, well, fair enough, you've got 2 strikers, but I don't know. For me, it's just not attacking enough, especially when you need 2 goals. It's got to go all out. Like for me, the centre attacking mid, like in a 4-3-1-2 or even the 3-5-2, that you can get. That is the key, because just find those little gaps in between your opponent's midfield and put both your strikers through on goal.
Zach would just look to get the clock down, but losing the ball there actually.
Yeah, if I was Zach now, I'd just be looking to do exactly what Taz did against Sean, completely run the game down, just keep the ball. He's got nothing. Like, he doesn't need to do anything. Although it's the 88th minute, to be honest. If Anthrox somehow comes back from this, I'll be so surprised.
Yeah, no, definitely. That Taz Sean Allen game was almost a masterclass by Taz of how to see out a game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's where experience comes into like play as well. We've said it in the past. A lot of the inexperienced players, they'll get the lead, but then they'll just keep going and going rather than just like taking a minute just to like regain the composure and possibly even see the game out.
It looks like Zach is heading to the quarterfinals with that sensational goal from Wayne Rooney, and an unfortunate penalty, but not taking anything away from him. He's played a lot better in this second leg.
Yeah, and like, there's really nothing. Maybe like 1 or 2 chances in Epsilon Anthrox's favour between them in that first leg, but in this second game, he's done what he's had to. He's taken his chances when they've came his way, and he's going to be joining those other players in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yep. So Zach makes out of Group B, I believe, and he joins iGamers Emmy, who had already qualified from that group. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how Zach fares in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yeah, well, he's already lost 1 game, so characters win after that, you know, it bodes well for him. But as we said, these players, they are the best, so you know, anyone can win.
Yep, and yeah, no, really impressive display there by Zach, and unfortunate for Anthrox. I think he did play well in that first leg of the game, but I think the game just got a little bit away from him in the second game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, that Rooney goal just kind of set it up for Zach. He did concede, well, it wasn't straight after, but he conceded and he didn't let it get to him. He went straight up the other end, scored again, 2-1 up, and then he got the fortunate penalty, as we've already said. But, you know, that's FIFA. He had to be in that position to get the penalty in the first place, so lucky or not, he deserved it.
Yeah, and I wonder if we'll see any more great strikes like that Rooney strike. That'll definitely be well up there for a contender of goal of the tournament. But do you think it will be beaten?
I don't think it will. Like, I want people to actually like compete with you. I want people to try and like score those long ranges. And the fact that he's in the quarterfinals tomorrow, maybe he can beat his own goal. Well, let's see.
Okay, well, we're going for a break now, but let's see later if anyone can repeat them kind of strikes. And we'll have the game with United and XL Graham coming up soon.
I'm on it.
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 I'm on it. I'm on it.
I'm on it.